Have you ever felt frustrated trying to manifest your dreams using all the techniques you found, but not seeing the results you desire? Perhaps you've made affirmations, visualizations, practiced gratitude, yet your desires still seem out of reach. The truth is, the secret to manifestation lies not just in the techniques, but in your inner state and vibrational frequency. In this video, we will reveal how you can transform your state of being and elevate your vibration to finally attract and manifest the life you have always dreamed of. Stay with us and discover how to change your reality once and for all. The secret to manifesting your dreams lies more in your state of being and vibrational frequency than in the techniques you use. Your inner state is the most powerful factor in determining what you attract into your life. You may have heard of the law of attraction, the principle that states you manifest what you focus on. Perhaps you've tried various techniques like affirmations, visualization, gratitude, and others to align your thoughts and emotions with your desires, but these techniques are only effective if they match your inner state. Your inner state is the sum of your subconscious beliefs, your dominant vibration, and your core identity. It is the essence of who you are and the source of your manifestation power. Your inner state creates your reality, attracting or repelling your desires. As Plato once said, "The world is what we think it is. If we can change our thoughts, we can change the world." In this video, we will explore how your inner state and vibrational level influence the manifestation process and how you can modify them to your advantage. You will learn how to identify and transform your limiting beliefs, raise your vibration, and align your identity with the reality you desire. Additionally, we will examine the fundamental role that your thoughts, feelings, and emotions play in the reality you experience. You will see how the reality you live is not just a random event, but deliberately shaped by your vibrational state. By changing and raising your base vibration, you can immediately start experiencing a completely different reality. Our vibrational state and frequency are conditioned by our energy levels, so it is essential to learn how to protect and increase them. Later, we will address this aspect and explore various ways to protect your energy through simple yet powerful practices. Finally, we will explore how ancient traditions, neuroscience, quantum physics, and metaphysical philosophy enable you to harness your mental faculties to influence and shape reality with your mind alone. We will analyze how, through awareness and the law of assumption, you can use your mental power to transform yourself and your reality into what you have always dreamed of. Your subconscious mind is the part of your mind that controls 95% of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It operates below your awareness and stores all your memories, beliefs, habits, and patterns. Your subconscious mind is like a powerful computer that runs your life based on the programs you have installed in it. These programs are your subconscious beliefs, which are the assumptions and expectations you have about yourself, others, and the world. Your subconscious beliefs are formed from your past experiences, especially those that occurred in your childhood when your subconscious mind was most impressionable. Your subconscious beliefs are also influenced by your parents, teachers, friends, media, culture, and society. Subconscious beliefs shape your reality because they determine how you perceive, interpret, and respond to everything that happens to you. They also determine what you attract into your life because they create your dominant thoughts and emotions, which create your dominant frequency, which creates your dominant attraction. For example, if you have the subconscious belief that you are not worthy of love, you will attract people who mistreat you or sabotage your relationships because you will act in ways that confirm this belief. If you have the subconscious belief that you are not good enough, you will attract situations that make you feel inadequate or fail to achieve your goals because you will act in ways that confirm this belief. Your subconscious beliefs are the root cause of your manifestation, whether positive or negative. Therefore, if you want to change your manifestation, you need to change your subconscious beliefs. And by changing your subconscious beliefs, you change your mental state and your vibrational state to attract and manifest in your life what you want but do not yet have. First, you must understand your current state to change it, because remember, you do not manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. Your vibrational state determines what you manifest. Your state is like a radio station you tune into, broadcasting the type of reality and timeline you experience. We can observe this with our cell phones. No matter where we are in the world, if we tune to the same frequency, we can communicate with anyone. Why? Because we dial a specific number and enter the same wave. I can send you a message, talk to you, even send you a photo. Now, imagine these lines representing different levels of vibration, each corresponding to a specific frequency. This concept is essential to understanding how our reality works. Think of these frequencies as radio tunings. Each station has its own frequency, and you are tuned to one of them all the time. This is crucial because the frequency you are on determines your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately, your results. We practice this every day, even when we do not fully understand what we are doing. Being clear about where you are in life is natural, but it is also important to recognize that this does not necessarily reflect where you want to be. It is normal to have aspirations and goals that go beyond your current situation. The essential thing is to understand that no matter where you are, you can always take the next step towards where you really want to be. You do not need to wait to have more money or for the circumstances to be perfect. What you need is to commit to making that decision and act accordingly in the present moment, no matter the difficulties you face. Now, look at these lines representing different levels of vibration. We know that each frequency is connected to those above and below. This understanding is fundamental because it shows us that there is always the possibility of ascending to higher levels of consciousness and achieving our greatest goals. The yellow line represents your current level and state of consciousness, but where we really want to be, where our deepest aspirations reside, is on the upper line. Here is where we usually make mistakes. I will do this when the kids leave school. I will do this when I have money. When I acquire the necessary experience, I will try. It seems that it is never the right time because of our current situation. You are waiting for the results to change at some point in the future. You want to obtain something that is on a higher vibrational scale but remain in your current vibrational state, so your frequency and that of your desire are not compatible. Soon, the decision fades, and the desire remains unattainable. It is like trying to listen to FM music on an AM band of your radio. It will not work. FM music cannot be broadcast through an AM band. That is the problem. You are thinking on lower levels and saying, "But I want to be up there." If you want to achieve something on a higher level, your mind, your thoughts, and your emotions must be on the same frequency. You must raise and tune your frequency to match the frequency of your desire. Remember, nothing is created or destroyed. Everything is already here in some state. You just need to tune into the right frequency to access it. Remembering how we got to where we are is also essential. Every step we took, every risk we took, brought us to this point. Now, to move forward to where we want to be, we need to commit and visualize ourselves already there. It does not matter if we have never been in that place before or if it seems unattainable. The important thing is to take that leap of faith and embrace the excitement of already being on that higher level. It is essential to recognize the state we are in. The easiest way to understand the state you are in is to observe your thoughts and feelings and how they make you feel about yourself and your reality. For example, if you think and feel you are worthy, abundant, and loved, you are in a state of worthiness, abundance, and love. If you think and feel you are unworthy, scarce, and unloved, you are in a state of lack of worthiness, scarcity, and lack. Your thoughts and feelings are indicators of your state and also affect your state. The key to changing your state is to embody your desires, feeling and acting as if they are already yours. This means shifting your focus from what you do not have to what you already have in your imagination. Feeling what you want in the present moment changes your state of being. Instead of feeling its absence, you feel its presence in your life. This changes your present state, and by the law of vibration, you attract what mentally led you to that state. You must visualize and feel your desired outcome as if it is already happening in the present moment. You must live in the end result, not in the means to the end. The best techniques to do this are those that help you create a vivid and realistic scenario in your mind and evoke the corresponding emotions in your body. For example, you can use affirmations to repeat positive statements that reflect your desired outcome, like the powerful words, "I am," which carry significant energy. We can say things like, "I am rich," "I am healthy," "I am loved," but we must also act, or it will be useless. You can also use visualizations to create mental images that represent your desired outcome, like imagining yourself in your dream house, driving your dream car, being with your dream partner, etc. Meditations can be used to calm your mind and tune into your inner guidance and intuition. Scripting can also be employed to write your desired outcome as if it is already happening in the present. However, you must be careful not to turn these techniques into counterproductive habits that keep you stuck in a state of wanting instead of having. The purpose of these techniques is to change your state, not reinforce your lack. Therefore, you must use these techniques correctly and not obsessively. Use them as a bridge, not a destination. Use them as a catalyst, not a crutch. What is the role of faith in manifestation, and how can you develop faith in your desired outcome? Faith and hope are essential components of manifestation because they allow you to believe in the invisible and trust in the unknown. Faith and imagination are the building blocks of the law of assumption, which states that what you assume to be true becomes true for you. The law of assumption is based on the conviction that your desires are already within your reach and that you only need to claim them as yours. How can you develop faith in your desired outcome? The best way to do this is to realize that faith is a product of your consciousness and that you can choose to have it regardless of external circumstances. Gratitude, appreciation, and joy are also powerful allies to amplify your faith. Celebrate your progress and acknowledge your blessings. Similarly, testimonies, stories, and examples of other people who have manifested their desires can inspire your faith and remind you of the possibilities within your reach. How can you transition to a new state and claim your desired outcome? And what are the signs that you have changed your state? The easiest way to transition to a new state and claim your desired outcome is to use your thoughts and words as indicators of your changed state. For example, if you want to manifest wealth, you must think and speak like a wealthy person. You must say things like, "I have financial abundance," "I have more than enough," "Money comes to me easily and effortlessly." You must avoid saying things like, "I am broke," "I cannot afford this," "Money is hard to come by." You must claim your new state by affirming and acting according to it. What are the signs that you have changed your state? The most obvious sign is that you feel different and that your reality reflects your new state. You will notice that your thoughts and feelings are more positive and that your actions and reactions are more aligned with your desired outcome. Moreover, your reality will change, attracting events, circumstances, and people that match your new state. Additionally, your manifestation process will become easier and you will encounter less resistance and more synchronicities. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Vibration is the primary force that gave rise to our universe. It was the first phenomenon, a violent interaction between forces that led to all particles. Nikola Tesla understood this truth, as indicated by his words. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Today, studies show that not only do our everyday objects vibrate and have a certain frequency, but also our thoughts, feelings, and emotions. This concept goes beyond mere perception. When you effectively raise your vibrational state, you will notice significant changes occurring in the trajectory of your life, transporting you to an alternative reality, especially after practicing for a while. To understand this, we must embark on an exploration of the different vibrational levels of consciousness. Dr. David Hawkins, in his book Power versus Force, presented a series of findings on human consciousness. In this book, he demonstrates that all objects and beings possess an energy that vibrates at different frequencies. Hawkins created the scale of consciousness, a chart that equates emotions with different frequencies, covering a range from 1 to 1,000. The scale of consciousness chart elaborated by Dr. Hawkins showed that consciousness, and therefore each human emotion, has a specific vibration on the scale. It can be observed that difficult emotions like shame, sadness, fear, or guilt vibrate at low frequencies, while feelings like love, happiness, acceptance, and peace vibrate at higher, elevating frequencies. This study determined that the average vibrational level of a normal person is 207 on this scale. Why does this happen? Throughout our lives, we accumulate energy blockages and negative conditioning that drag us into lower vibrations. Various factors lead us to this situation. There are internal factors such as limiting beliefs, traumas, or bad habits, as well as external factors like fear and constant worry resulting from the constant bombardment by the media and power structures. This context keeps us in a low vibrational state, affecting our creative power and our level of life satisfaction, which tend to be reduced. Interestingly, this is exactly where the system wants us to remain. What level should we aspire to? The level we should aim for is 500 or more, as 500 is the vibration of love. By vibrating at this level, life becomes radically different. Love, joy, and abundance suddenly become achievable. Pain, stress, and struggle disappear, and you become a magnet for what you truly desire. Although we can move between different levels at different times, we usually have a predominant state that we could call our base vibration. Your base vibration is influenced by your thought system. A thought system is the set of all beliefs, thoughts, conscious and unconscious, words and actions that a person holds at any given time. Our thought systems play a crucial role in shaping what we could call our vibrational state, which corresponds to a specific frequency. This base frequency has a significant impact on the circumstances and situations we attract into our lives, as everything is primarily determined by this energetic footprint. As we have presented in other videos, the reality we experience reflects our inner world. As above, so below, as within, so without. The difficulty lies in the fact that most of these thought systems are unconscious. We are not aware that we have them. They function like predefined programs that, while active, generate effects and results, whether we like it or not, whether we are aware of it or not. Emotions are responsible for indicating at every moment which frequency is associated with a given thought system. This is the fascinating role of emotions. They act as an indicator of the frequency at which each belief, thought, word, and action manifests in our experience. On a practical level, we can establish a vibrational scale that ranges from 0, representing a dense vibration, to 1,000, indicating a very high vibration, enlightenment. This is not simply about aesthetics, about beauty or ugliness. It is about energy. Each vibrational frequency, each vibrational state is associated with a specific amount of vital energy, a type of fuel that allows you to live fully. You are making decisions, whether consciously or unconsciously, with each belief, thought, word, and action you take. You are materializing at every moment the amount of vital energy that manifests at that moment. Based on what has been explained, you might assume that it is the thoughts you are thinking that generate feelings and emotions. However, what really happens is that first there is a base thought program, an unconscious feeling or thought, and that base program gives rise to the thought you become aware of, which then seems to evoke an emotion in response. But the truth is that the base program comes first. For example, when you find yourself in a peaceful mental state, that is your base program. When your feelings are of joy, love, and harmony, do you not notice how your thoughts always reflect this mood? The emotions that arise from these thoughts of peace, love, and harmony are an extension of the program from which the emotions originated. This dynamic creates a feedback loop that perpetuates the base program. The concept of a good or bad streak would make a lot of sense here. If you enter a positive spiral, it seems that everything flows, creating more positive events. The same happens in the opposite direction. Emotions and moods constantly indicate the frequency with which we are tuning into life. But remember this, you do not directly choose your emotions. The only thing you can do about them is become aware of them. Whether you know it or not, believe it or not, what you are really choosing at every moment are the beliefs you hold, the thoughts you feed, the words you utter, and the actions you take in each situation of your life. If you do not like what you're feeling, you can choose to change the beliefs that support it, the thoughts that cause it, the words that confirm it, and the actions that support it. And to change them, the most effective way is to take one step at a time through approximation. For example, the jump from shame to guilt and from guilt to apathy involves a drastic increase in energy. These changes are precisely reflected in our physiology, where each emotional level correlates with a different amount of energy. The question is, how can we change our base vibration to experience and attract what we desire? Let's address some key aspects we need to understand to achieve this and live a life full of peace and purpose. Acceptance. What most people tend to do when they learn about vibration and how to raise it? They tend to enter a mode of resistance. They think, what I am feeling now is bad. I must resist and change it. If you identify with feelings like fear, desire, anger, or pride, you might label them as negative and seek to change them. However, every time you focus on changing something, often your energy is directed towards what you do not like, reinforcing it instead of resisting. It is important to allow and accept what you are feeling. Letting go is crucial, but often misunderstood. It is not about trying to let go, making it disappear, but rather letting it be, allowing without resistance. When you fully accept what you are experiencing, even if it is anxiety or negative thoughts, you allow it to flow without resistance. Repression, suppression, expression, and surrender are common ways to deal with feelings, with surrender being the most effective. Simply surrendering to what you feel can bring profound changes in your life. Acceptance is the key to raising your vibration. Observe where you are on the Hawkins scale at the level of 350. By entering a state of acceptance, you can instantly free yourself from lower states of consciousness and elevate yourself. Effort and surrender. Learning to balance effort and surrender is essential in personal development and reality manifestation. Often, we focus on surrender, allowing things to happen without worrying about the how. However, we must also make conscious efforts in the present moment. This involves orienting yourself towards the process rather than fixating on the goal. True joy is during the journey, not just in achieving a goal. Therefore, learning to balance effort and surrender is so important. Because when you focus on something, you are creating it with your intention. But then, when you let go, you are handing it over to the universe. Basically, you are saying, this is what I want, this is what I intend, this is what I would like to experience. And once you let go, you're basically saying, my vision may be limited, maybe the universe, my higher self already knows what is best for me. In this way, you are co-creating what happens in your life. Focus and refocus. This principle is very similar to the previous one. It is important to have a goal, but also immerse yourself in the process and trust that the goal will be delivered to the universe. Your actions are under your control. The more you focus on what you cannot control, the more things will be out of your control. Instead, by focusing on what you already have in your life, you will cultivate a sense of gratitude and abundance. It is true that we get more of what we focus on. If we focus on scarcity and lack, that is what we will continue to get. The key to raising our vibration and manifesting the desired reality lies in how we use our attention and focus. Instead of resisting what is in the present moment, we must direct our attention to what we want to experience. Successful reality creators focus on what they desire and take conscious actions to move towards it. It is when we focus on our desires and take action that the universe starts working in our favor. Focusing does not mean ignoring challenges, but rather choosing where and how we direct our attention and energy. Where you direct your attention, you direct your energy. And where we direct our energy is where things manifest in our lives. Therefore, it is essential to choose wisely where we focus and what energy we feed. However, we must be careful when applying this focus. Focusing too much on the goal and therefore on the distance between where we are and where we want to be can be counterproductive. Therefore, it is important to focus on what is within our reach and then hand it over to the universe. The law of assumption, which we have discussed on this channel, can be very useful in this process. I will leave a link about this topic in the description. What we put on a pedestal becomes our obsession and creates imbalance. This imbalance generates resistance, lowering our vibration and increasing anxiety. Placing excessive emphasis on an end goal distances it from us, creating obstacles and sabotage. By reducing the importance of these final goals, focusing on present actions, and handing the goal over to the universe, we eliminate resistance and allow things to flow effortlessly. It is crucial to identify where we are placing too much importance and work to reduce it to achieve our goals more smoothly. In conclusion, to raise our vibration and create the desired reality, we must be aware of our thought system. By observing our emotions and feelings, we can detect what vibrational state we are in, so we can change it and elevate it if necessary. Practicing acceptance and letting go allows us to transcend lower emotions to increase our vibrational state. Moreover, we must balance conscious effort with surrendering to the universe, trusting its collaboration to manifest our desires. Ultimately, directing our attention and energy to what we want to experience without obsession and with full trust allows us to become masters of our own reality and live the life we have always imagined. We can consider our physical bodies as energetic vessels animated by the spark of our spirit. It is said that we harbor several levels of existence, from the densest and most tangible to the most ethereal and subtle. When we elevate not only the quantity, but also the purity of this energy, our connection with the spirit becomes deeper and more sublime. Therefore, maintaining a high level of energy of excellent quality becomes the fundamental pillar for unleashing our maximum potential on our material journey. In physics, we learn that energy is the life force that drives all interactions in the cosmos, from subatomic particles to distant galaxies. Everything is imbued with this dynamic force. But what does this mean for us on a deeper level? It turns out that energy is not just an abstract entity in the universe, it is the very essence of our existence. In fact, every cell in our body, every thought we have, every emotion we experience is imbued with this energy. Throughout the day, our energy reserves vary. They can rise or fall depending on the experiences and circumstances we face. While we rely on our ability to multitask, it is important to note that our energy is not infinite, at least on the physical plane. As it diminishes, we may experience a loss of physical strength, a decrease in motivation, and a greater tendency to procrastinate tasks. Low energy levels not only affect our bodies, but also our mental and emotional state. It is interesting to note that there are different levels and types of energy, some more connected to the physical plane and others to the mental or spiritual world. For example, You may have had a physically exhausting day, like after a long hike in the midst of a stunning natural landscape. Despite the physical fatigue, you may feel full and positive inside. Your physical energy may have decreased, but in contrast, your mental and emotional energy increased. On the other hand, you may be physically rested, but after spending time in an environment with people who do not resonate at the same frequency as you may feel very drained both mentally and physically. Generally, neither of these two aspects, the physical and the mental or spiritual, are isolated, but interact and affect each other. The key is in our awareness, in recognizing the people, places, and things that elevate, brighten, and invigorate us, as opposed to those that do the opposite. By identifying these influences, we have the power to respond appropriately and make decisions that are beneficial to our well-being. Within us resides a spiritual energy system that acts as an intuitive radar, allowing us to perceive and understand the world around us. This system alerts us to charged atmospheres, warns us of dangers, and guides us on our journey through life. Therefore, it is wise to learn to identify which environments and situations will increase or decrease our energy levels. Energy is not only present in everything and everyone around us, but also vibrates at a certain frequency. Like a guitar string that emits a particular tone when plucked, our energy emits a unique frequency that resonates throughout our being and expands through the ether, impacting and influencing our environment and the people around us. The number of times our energy moves and the force with which it does so determines the quality of these vibrations, measured in hertz. Vibrations can be high, low, or something in between. Both high and low vibrations have their good and bad aspects. When we are in a state of joy, love, and gratitude, our energy vibrates at a high frequency, attracting, by the law of resonance, similar events in our lives. On the other hand, low vibrations are characterized by feelings of negativity, fear, shame, or sadness. They can be generated by external sources, such as toxic environments, negative people, or challenging life circumstances. Moreover, our thoughts and emotions can also generate low vibrations if they are rooted in fear, self-doubt, or limiting beliefs. When your high vibrations come into contact with low vibrations, whether external or internal, they decrease in quality, like a flame weakening as it struggles to stay alight in the wind. Low vibrations pull you away from the positivity of life. These low vibrations drain your energy levels, generating a disconnection with your spirit, with your higher self. When you do not know how to protect your energy from low vibrations, you're likely to end up in a downward spiral that leads to even lower energy levels, preventing you from breaking free from this cycle of negativity. The situations we expose ourselves to regularly can profoundly influence our internal condition, impacting our energy. Have you ever noticed how immersing yourself in negative or disturbing content tends to pull you more towards those feelings? It is as if there is an invisible force pulling you. For example, spending excessive time on social media, keeping up with the latest news and world events, can lead to an unconscious attraction to these topics, a kind of emotional masochism. Additionally, due to the algorithmic systems used by social media, you are likely to encounter more and more negative content that keeps you in a low vibrational energy state. In this sense, it is important to note that there is usually an interest from power structures in keeping us in low energy and vibration states, as it is easier to exert control over us in this way. When our vibrational state is at low frequencies, our mood is negatively affected. But also, when we are exposed to these low vibrations over the long term, we can end up experiencing chronic disorders like anxiety or depression. Low vibrations can disconnect us from our divine essence and our inner guidance. When our energy is filled with negativity, it becomes more difficult to access our inner wisdom. We may feel spiritually exhausted, lost, or disconnected from our purpose and with a sense of inner emptiness. To achieve a high level of consciousness and obtain a deep connection with your higher self, it is crucial to maintain a high vibrational state. The key to raising your vibrational state begins with protecting your energy and preventing it from being drained by negative vibrations. You have the power to protect yourself from low vibrations and raise your energetic frequency, even when you are at your lowest point. All it takes is to become aware of the sources of low vibrations in your life and use strategies to protect yourself from them. You can reclaim your energy, vitality, and inner peace. First, we must take care of our environments. Any environment dominated by conflict, hostility, or negativity emits low vibrations, like a factory emits toxic waste. This includes places where there is constant stress, tension, or emotional turbulence. But even more insidious are the low vibrations generated by the media, like news, which often rely on violence, insecurity, or fear. Similarly, engaging in entertainment that glorifies violence, like series, movies, or video games, can contribute to lowering our vibrational level. So, how do we protect ourselves from these situations or environments? Start by identifying your own needs and boundaries, then communicate them clearly to others. This may mean saying no to requests that do not align with your priorities or values, or setting guidelines on how you expect to be treated in relationships. You will need to have honest conversations with your loved ones and friends about your needs and expectations, making it clear what behaviors are acceptable to you and what crosses the line, and being firm in enforcing these boundaries if they are violated. Similarly, we must set boundaries on news, social media, and entertainment that lead us to a negative state. Remember that setting boundaries is not about being selfish or closed off, but about taking care of yourself so that you can show up as your best self in all areas of your life. Just as we have physical boundaries to protect our personal space, we also need to establish energetic boundaries. Sometimes these energetic boundaries need to be set not just with people or external situations, but with ourselves, specifically with our own minds. What can you do to deal with low vibrations that come from within you? Free yourself from recurring negative thoughts by recognizing them when they arise. Slowly develop an awareness of how people's actions make you think negatively, or how the events you experience influence your thoughts, leading you to a state of lack, worry, or negativity. The best way to do this is through meditation and mindfulness. Through meditation, you can see how thoughts arise one after another, uncontrollably and often meaninglessly. When we are in a negative internal state, the mind brings more and more negative thoughts. It is like a snowball effect. Stop and find a calm space to recognize these automatic and repetitive thoughts. By not engaging with them, you will see how they gradually lose their power. Recognize that these thoughts are not yours. You do not generate them consciously, nor do they benefit you in any way. The next step is to maintain this process throughout the day, gradually becoming a mere observer of your thoughts and not letting yourself be carried away by them. This approach allows you to take control of your mind rather than being at its mercy. By calming the mind and cultivating present moment awareness, we can transcend the fluctuations of the ego and connect with our higher self, which is inherently pure and radiant. While also letting go of negative thoughts and emotions, mindfulness allows us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, enabling us to release negativity and restore balance to our energy field. We live in a world of dual nature. So focusing on just one aspect, in this case, the mental, would create an imbalance. It is also necessary to attend to our physical aspect. Exercise, maintaining a balanced diet, staying hydrated, and getting enough sleep positively influence our energy levels. The mind influences the body, and likewise, the body influences the mind. Just as we carry emotional burdens that diminish our energy and vibration, we also accumulate burdens in our bodies. A very beneficial exercise we can do is grounding. Just as vitamin D is produced in our bodies by the energy and frequencies generated by the sun, 150 million kilometers away, the Earth's surface, right beneath our feet, provides energy and frequencies that directly affect us. When you make direct contact with the ground, whether soil, grass, or sand, you allow the Earth's natural energy to flow through you, replenishing and stabilizing your energy field, but also discharging your body charged with direct contact with the Earth. This practice can help you feel more centered, grounded, and connected to the world around you. Another grounding technique is spending time in nature. Whether you are walking through the forest, sitting by a river, or climbing a mountain, being surrounded by the beauty of nature has a powerful effect on your internal state. Take a moment to breathe in the fresh air, listen to the sounds of the birds, and feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Allow yourself to be completely present in the moment and absorb the healing energy of the natural world. This is one of the best ways to elevate your vibrations and replenish your energy. Surrounding yourself with positive people with whom you feel harmony can also positively contribute to raising your energy levels. There are people who, with their mere presence, brighten your day and fill you with vitality. Surround yourself with these people whenever you can, and even better, become one of these people yourself. In this way, you will contribute to raising the energy of those around you. Finally, expressing gratitude daily can deeply influence our energy, directing our focus to abundance and possibilities instead of scarcity. This shift in mindset not only raises our energy levels, but also attracts more positive experiences into our lives. Starting with the fundamental idea that everything in our existence, every perceptible form, originates from formlessness, intention, and a cosmic vibration shaping all that we can draw, we can conclude that for anything to be experienced or created in our material experience, it must first take shape. This formation occurs in the non-material, ethereal, or mental plane, like fractionated particles of the infinite consciousness underlying everything, or God. We possess the ability to create with our minds and intentions. This ability manifests, among other moments, in our nightly dreams. If you have ever experienced a lucid dream, you understand how consciousness within the dream state allows you to influence the perceived reality. As one of the 7 universal principles found in the Kybalion states, as above, so below, as within, so without. Taking a step further, from sleep to the waking state, following the same principle of fractality, it becomes evident that in the realm of waking or material, we can also influence and create our reality. The key element, just as in the dream world, is consciousness. Combining insights from ancient traditions, neuroscience, quantum physics, and metaphysical philosophy, we can explore techniques with the potential to empower individuals to harness their mental faculties, enabling the influence and shaping of reality through the exclusive use of the mind. The role of conscious intention is closely tied to the deliberate creation of our reality and the manifestation of our desires as tangible experiences. The human mind, with its immense but often underutilized potential, can significantly impact and shape our life experiences. There is an intricate interaction between consciousness, perception, and the law of attraction in the manifestation of new parallel dimensions of experience. According to the law of attraction, like attracts like. Quantum physics, echoing ancient and contemporary enlightened sages, states that consciousness plays a fundamental role in shaping reality through the observer effect. In simpler terms, intention and observational approach influence the outcomes of quantum experiments, establishing a connection between consciousness and the manipulation of reality. I strongly recommend watching the well-known double-slit experiment at the end of this video. At the quantum level, particles do not have defined properties until they are observed, giving rise to the concept of superposition. In this state, a quantum system can exist in multiple states simultaneously until measured. This implies the coexistence of all possibilities and none at the same time. Only when observed through consciousness, one of these states manifests in our reality and becomes measurable. Quantum leaps are another intriguing concept, involving abrupt transitions from one quantum state to another without apparent intermediate steps. These transitions, governed by probabilities, challenge conventional beliefs about what is possible due to their instantaneous nature. They are unique because the movement of an electron is not progressive. It simply disappears from one orbit and appears in the next orbit without any discernible intermediate state. Likewise, nothing happens externally in our conscious creation. It is just a matter of consciously directing our focus to a probability that already exists as a possibility, bringing it into manifestation in our reality. This process is ongoing in our daily lives, often unnoticed. Our inner reality reflects our internal state. If we habitually feed worries or adhere to certain patterns of life, these aspects are reflected in our lives. As we explore the quantum realm, we recognize parallels between the instant changes of particles and the potential for conscious creation in shaping our personal realities. Without internal transformation, it is impossible to experience external change. Our primary challenge and responsibility is to take control and accept that we are responsible for our reality. This task proves challenging in a world where, since childhood, we are constantly programmed and bombarded by countless stimuli and distractions that divert us from our potential. Therefore, our effort must focus on reprogramming our minds, initially dismantling ineffective programming and establishing new mental structures. Changing our internal state subsequently influences our emotions and thoughts, echoing in the physical world around us. Techniques serve only as tools to facilitate state changes. Mere repetition of statements without internal transformation will not lead to successful manifestation. Instead, we must focus on changing our internal state and assume the feeling of what we want in our lives. The way you perceive and experience life is influenced by your state. There are countless possible versions of you waiting to be manifested through your consciousness. Your state determines the version of you that exists at the present moment and the current timeline. If you desire something, there is already a version of you that possesses it, as it already exists as a possibility that you only need to bring and manifest in your reality. To experience this firsthand, you must recreate it and assume it in your mind with complete faith and trust, really feeling as if you already have it. Analyzing the cases of many successful people, whether on the material or spiritual plane, reveals a common factor: determination, faith, and self-confidence. They do not merely try, they act certain of their creative power. To change your state and become the creator of your life, use techniques with precision and live in the end result. This involves visualizing and feeling as if you have already achieved your desires, rather than focusing on lack or the future. By doing so, you can alter your internal state, bringing your desired reality into manifestation, feeling it in your present state. We commonly believe that possessing or acquiring things will lead us to a higher state of being, happiness, security, and more peace. However, without focused attention, we can fall into the trap of perpetual desire, waiting for fulfillment to bring happiness. The key is to feel happy, prosperous, and at peace already, as these are internal conditions, and external factors should not dictate your inner state. On the other hand, when you are already in harmony with yourself, feeling abundant and happy, the law of vibration and resonance dictates that you will attract more events in alignment with your current state. This emphasizes the idea that only the present moment truly exists, providing us with the ability to change our reality only in the now. See your desire as a portal in time and space, immersing yourself in that space, experiencing what you desire, feeling it, visualizing every detail, texture, and the associated emotions. Maintain this state throughout the day, recalling and reliving what you visualized and experienced. Consider the excitement of acquiring something you deeply desire. For example, if you are passionate about photography and acquire a new camera, you spend the day eagerly anticipating using it, imagining its possibilities, feeling its texture, and visualizing the amazing photos you will capture. Apply a similar approach to your desired assumption. Immerse yourself in the feeling of already having it, not just during practice, but consistently throughout the day. Let this process unfold naturally, without forcing, like the playful illusion of a child, feeling grateful for the experience. Gratitude plays a fundamental role in this process. By changing your state, embodying the person you want to be, your thoughts and actions effortlessly align with your aspirations throughout the day. This instills a profound and lasting transformation of your internal state, bringing positivity not only to your daily experiences, but also serving as the key to manifesting your reality at will. You are at peace with yourself, feeling abundant, and this is reflected in your reality. There must be a balance between letting go of the outcome and assuming the outcome. You no longer long for what you already have. Instead, you appreciate and value it for the benefits it brings. Without this appreciation, what you possess can make room for other things in your life. If you focus on the benefit, on being better with yourself and becoming the best version of yourself, the universe will collaborate to create that reality for you. It is not about asking the universe, but about working together, because you and it are essentially the same. According to the law of assumption, faith is the foundation of what we want, even when it is not visible. The feeling of certainty needed is similar to knowing your name or where you live. The term miracle is often used by those who lack faith to describe what can be achieved through faith. Faith and trust are integral components of manifestation. The law of assumption is rooted in the conviction that our desires are already present. Having faith means being aware of the reality of what you desire, maintaining a conviction about the reality of things not visible, and possessing a mental perception of the reality of the invisible. Contrary to common belief, faith is not affected due to external factors. It results entirely from your consciousness interacting with the universe, with yourself. Do not worry about the details of how, when, or where your desires or needs will manifest. Instead, focus on the end result. The universe, just like you, is incredibly creative and possesses an infinite number of visible and invisible tools to bring about the desired results. Assuming this is positive, because in addition to delegating this work and not having to worry about the how, you live in a constant state of surprise and fascination. This is another component of the law of assumption, keeping us expectant, relaxed, but with eyes open to the opportunity arising and bringing it into our reality.